Hey everybody, Varun here from Language Academy, guys. Welcome back to another video. This video, we are going to look at the writing module. Many of the students, they practice a lot. They have memorized a lot of essay templates. They're doing perfectly fine in summarized written text, but they are not really getting the scores in writing and they are not sure about the reason. In this video, I am going to take an extensive writing mock test, means I'll be attempting all those question types which impact your writing module, which include summarized written text, essays, reading and writing blanks, listening, summarize spoken text, listening, fill in the blanks, and write from dictation. I'll show you which templates you have to use, how you have to use the templates, and how you have to make the template work for yourself. And everything is going to be crystal clear by the end of this video, right? I'll be giving you an essay template which is working, and I'll show you how you have to use it as well. So without any further delays, let's get into the video. What I'll be doing is I'll be taking a mock test. I'll share my screen, and while we do the mock test, I'll show you what all you need to do and what all things you need to avoid. If you watch this video, writing will be sorted for you. Let's get into the video. Let me share my screen and then we'll go from there. All right, so I'm using our website languageacademy.com.au. You just need to go to extensive mock test, take test, and writing test. Let's do this one. I think one mock test, extensive mock test, is free for all the users. So you can register on Language Academy, take this mock test and see how you go. All right, so everything sorted. In this mock test, we'll have summarize written text, essay, fill in the blanks, summarize spoken text, listening, fill in the blanks, and write from dictations. Summarize written text. What you have to do, I always tell you, this is the easiest task. You do not have to waste your time, your energy, anything. You have to just select 2 to 3 sentences, maximum 4 sentences, and join those sentences using connectors. Most of the time, first sentence is important. Try selecting it. Um, try to select it. But if it's too long, then you can leave it as well. If we'll have a okay, first sentence is important. I'll go with it. Don't change anything. You don't really need to. Okay. Exactly. Company, money. Make sure you use comma and everything as well. A process change to increase your team's productivity, or a plan for heading off a looming crisis. Comma, and let's look for another sentence with important keywords. Um, This sentence is important. One survey, because we've got noun over here, US employees, boss, landmark, study found. Let's see if we have got any other thing as well. This is an important sentence as well, but this is an example. You can take examples, but I'll prefer this sentence, right? Let's write this. We have already written 33 words. One survey of, now remember, you don't have to use any dots. If you put a dot, computer can take it as a full stop and you'll be marked down for that. You have to only use one full stop that will be at the end of the answer. So you simply write like this without the dots. Do not use any kind of dots, please. All right, sorry. Found. You can write numbers, no issues. Don't change anything and try not to cut short the sentences. Now we are exceeding the word limit here because they were afraid to speak up. Now we are exceeding the word limit. If we exceed the word limit, we will straight away get 0. So what we'll do is we'll just write it till here. That's it. And one survey of US employees found that a full 70% were not comfortable raising an issue even if it was important. We can still write 10-15 words. Let's see if we have got any short sentence. Okay. Furthermore, too often good ideas are ignored or rejected. That's it. So I've just selected this sentence. Furthermore, I have removed but because I've already got a connector here. Furthermore, too often good ideas are ignored or rejected. And that's it. Now what you have to do, you have to proofread and always proofread backwards. Not top to bottom, bottom to top. That is how you'll be able to figure out more mistakes. That's it. I think I'm done. Make sure you have to take care of 2, 3 things. You do not use any decimal or full stop in the middle of the sentence. No question mark, no exclamation. Avoid these 3 symbols. Apart from this, you can write anything, but do not write anything after the full stop. If you do so, you're going to get 0 straight away for this. Let's move on to the next question. Now we've got an essay here. I'll copy and paste the essay template just to save time and just to show you how you have to write an essay. Okay. This is the version 1.3, the latest template which we have released. All the students are using it and they're getting the scores as well. Argument that over here you have to write the essay statement. Now the essay statement over here is pretty long, so I'll divide it into 2 parts. One part and the second part from professional teachers till level, right? That nowadays, more and more people believed BELIEVD that overburden can help complete higher quality in achievements. Over here, we usually write some keywords from the essay topic, but because the essay topic is very long over here, I've written the first part in the first sentence and I'll write the second part in here because we have to make sure we include all the keywords mentioned in the essay topic in our answer at least once. That's it. At the outset, now over here we have to write few keywords. If we'll write the whole essay topic again, we'll exceed the word limit. Related to the, you can write achievements, higher quality, complete higher quality You can write higher achievements here, just something related or from the essay topic. Over here, we have to write around 3 keywords if you can, which are related with the essay topic. Now, the essay topic here is that people believe that if you're overburdened, you'll achieve more. Means if you are more under pressure, you tend to perform better. Teachers and coaches also believe that this happens in students and in sports as well, right? So we can write 3 words. Other factors impacted by the topic are better performance under pressure and learning time management. That's it. 2 keywords are enough, and then we move here. However, another key factor to note is its potential. This is this keyword from the essay topic. Involved in what we can write. You can write involved in sports, studies and sports. You can write because that's related with students and athletes. You can write students and athletes as well, but studies and sports is fine as well. Now over here we have to write the essay statement again, but if we'll write the whole thing again, it will exceed the word limit. So I'll just write this thing. Two to three keywords, at least two. What else we can write? We can write, but moreover, increased learning power, and what else can we write? Better results maybe are also important. That yes, learning power will be increased and there will be better results, right? Negative impact of overburden in studies. Overburden in sports. That's it. So what we have taken is what we have done is we understood the essay topic. Essay topic is that yes, if in sports or in studies, if you're overburdened, many coaches and teachers they believe that you will perform better, right? So you'll perform better. So that is what we have done. We made sure that we include all keywords from the essay topic. First part we have written here. Second part we have written here. Then we added few keywords from the essay topic. 2 to 3 keywords related to the essay topic. 2 to 3 keywords related to the essay topic here. And that's it. We are done. You can write anywhere around 250 to 60 words as well. You have to quickly proofread and then you have to move on. I won't proofread because I don't really want this video to be very long. But you can find this template on our website as well when you go and register on languageacademy.com.au. All right. Reading and writing blanks. Before effective anesthetics, surgery was very crude and very painful. Before 1800, alcohol and opium had dash success in easing pain during operation. Launching gas was used in 1884. So before 1800, before anesthetics means anesthetic is a medicine given. Anesthesia basically is given to someone we want to lose consciousness. Before 1800, alcohol and opium had little success. That's why new methods are being introduced. Laughing gas was used in 1844 in dentistry in the USA, but failed to ease all pain in patients. Now, this is a medicine given to for anesthetics, means to make the person unconscious, but it failed. So patients remained conscious. Means yes, they were still aware of what's going on. Ether, ether made patients totally unconscious and lasted a long time. So this medicine lasted long time and it was successful. However, it could make patients cough during operation and sick, but it had side effects. It was highly flammable, means can burn, and dash in heavy glass bottles. Was transported. Why was? Because here we have got was as well. Chloroform used from 1847. So after this ether, we have chloroform was very effective with few side effects. However, it was difficult to get the dose right and could kill some people, dash the effect on heart. Yes, it was effective. Chloroform was effective, but there were side effects. it was difficult to get the dose right and could kill some people because of the effect on their heart. Not due by, due to, not due the, because of the, right? Because of the, I think so. This is the right answer. We have to make sure we manage our time and move on as well. Ever increasing number of people are consuming news via the dash and cell phones. So where do we get news nowadays? Internet, right? In London last week at the World Conference, they're talking about World Conference here of scientist, journalist Philip Hills, the director of Night Science Journalism program at MIT, reviewed the dash state of internet and cell phone use. Which state? They're talking about World Conference, right? So worldwide state. Internet use, is about 1.5 to 2 billion internet users, comma this. So these two words must be connected, right? Billion users. There won't be internet lenders, right? Internet owners or internet advertisers. Internet subscribers. We can use the word subscribers because we are getting news, right? You subscribe to a news channel and everything. And so there's this discussion about, well, we have it in North America, but Africa's not got it. So North America, we have got internet, Africa's not got it. So we were on two different planets and so on. That's true. 5.6% in Africa now, 17% in Asia, but means 5.6%. Let's say people are using internet in Africa, 17% in Asia, but this is growing at a very high speed. And Africa, it's growing 12 times right now. In Asia, it's growing almost 6 times right now. So the greatest growth is where we are short in dash, short in width. Width is used for physical objects. Range is used. Someone is used for area, right? Penetration is when you get access to something, you penetrate a market. Um, Internet has penetrated the world of social, or social media has penetrated into everyone's phone, means it has gotten into something. With internet or new discoveries, you use penetration, not concentration, obviously. I think penetration. The growth is where we are short in penetration. Yes. Whenever we are going or acquiring a market, it's growing bit fast. Let's go on. When it comes to lizard sex, size does matter, but not in the way you might think. Because in the June 4th online issue of the journal Current Biology, Dash say that for at least one type of lizard, larger eggs are more likely to be girls, while smaller eggs yield boys. Who will say in journal? Not cyclist, scientist, obviously, right? They'll research on this. For many animals, the sex of an individual is dictated solely by its dash. For many animals. But for lizards, it's not so cut and dried. For many animals, it depends on what? Chromosomes. Chromosomes, right? I think for humans as well, it's chromosomes. I'm not sure. But this is a scientific term related with reproduction. That's what I know. So I'll go with this one. The scientist, see, we have got the word scientist here. Scientist. You have got the answer within the passage. Had earlier found that nest temperature can dash the sex of lizard hatchlings. So nest temperature can impact something, right? Can influence, right? You'll never use can impacts, can impact. So all these words are with S. By default, you have to use this word. Cooler nests turn out more boys, no matter what the chromosomes. See, we have got the answer here. Chromosomes. At the same time, researchers noticed that larger eggs seem to make more dash. Okay. Cooler nest turn out to be boys. At the same time, researchers larger eggs make girls, right? Make more daughters, not wine growers. See, over here we've got larger eggs are more likely to be girls. Larger eggs seem to make more daughters. But they wanted to put their observation to test, so they took big eggs and removed some yolk, and voila, and they made males. Adding yolk to a little egg was a recipe for a female. So whenever there was yolk in the egg, it was female. This size dash might allow moms to balance their baby sexes when a chili nest would otherwise produce one. This size manipulation. Why manipulation? The replication is to do the same thing. Constipation is a problem with your gut or your, you can say, stomach. Manipulation. Why manipulation? Because they are changing the yolk, right? Manipulate is to change something. They're removing yolk and everything. Might allow moms to balance their babies, which would otherwise produce sons. Because when it comes to alpine lizard sex determination, sex, why determination? Because the whole passage is based on gender determination or sex determination, whether it will be a boy or a girl. Comes down to a dash yolk. Junction bilateral is between two yolk, right? But mechanical or practical. This is bit confusing. Junctional won't be the right answer. Bilateral means two, but there's a single yolk over here. They're adding and removing, right? Okay. See, to be honest, I'm a bit confused over here because all the four options. I'm sure that junctional and bilateral are not the right answers. Mechanical or practical. If you get a situation like this, right, just select whatever you think is right. Otherwise, you'll just waste your time because even if you have one or two mistakes, you'll be fine. I'll select practical and move on, even though I'm not really sure. Sharing is with one of the, you always use a plural word. So one of the boys, one of the problems. Hallmarks, enormous notice. We have only one word ending with plural or S. We'll select this of human. Sharing is what? Human behavior, right? Human behaviors. Give me a cookie. If you give me a cookie, I'll most probably give you one later. But our bonobo cousins have an odd variation on the practice. But our bonobo cousins means probably some animals. They are not like this. They don't share. They share with dash before friends. So we humans share it with each other. They share with, they're opposite to us, right? They have odd variation means they're not same as we are. So they share it with strangers before their friends. The finding is in the journal plus one. Researchers tested bonobo sharing in dash. Researchers will experiment involving dash of all apes. Wolverine is an animal. 14 apes, right? 14 of the apes. So they did an experiment involving 14 of the apes. Ape is an animal, right? Something which looks like a monkey, but it's, I think, bigger than a monkey. All were born in the wild. In the primary experiment, bonobos were placed in a cage with food and they could choose to admit either a known member of the group or a stranger or both. So they were placed in a cage with food and they had an option either they can share it with their friend or a stranger or both. In 51 trials or 51 tries, you can say, shared the the apes or the bonobos, they shared the feast, but they let the stranger in first. Means they shared their food with the stranger first. Why choose an outsider over a friend? In another experiment, the dash found bonobos. Who will find, right? Not semi-finalists, obviously scientists. Bonobos only shared when doing so led to social interaction. So they only shared food when it led to a social conversation. Giving up some food to strangers lets these apes expand their social network. Means they were not giving the food to their friends, but to strangers so that they can make more friends. This behavior may have evolved to promote social tolerance in contrast with chimps dash deadly aggression against strangers. So in contrast, right, this behavior helps to promote social tolerance. In contrast means but chimps dash deadly aggression against strangers, which means that even when food is offered, there's no such thing as a free lunch. Means chimps or chimpanzees, right? Chimpanzees, they do not, they're not social or they do not share, um, they are not socially tolerant, you can say. Means what they are sometimes deadly aggressive or they have this deadly aggression. That's what I think. You have to understand the passage and move on because you will not have a lot of time. Einstein, Newton, and many other legendary scientists did groundbreaking work in their 20s. But if your hair has gone gray and no Nobel seems likely, means yes. If Newton and everything, they did their work or achieved a lot in their 20s. But if you have got gray hairs like I have, and you don't have the Nobel Prize yet, don't worry about it. Because the age at which dash work gets done has been going up. Which work they're talking about? Nobel Prize winning, right? So says a study in the Proceedings of National Academy of Sciences. Researchers dash 525 science Nobel Prize winners from 1901 to 2008. Researchers analyze. So they are over here, they're trying to figure out that at what age normally people achieve Nobel Prize winning work, right? Or they do something which helps them win a Nobel Prize. Analyzed Nobel Prize winners in the small sample before 1905. Before 1905, about dash of Nobel Prize winners did major of their work before 40. Before 1905, two-thirds, right? Why? Because now the age is going up. Age is going up. So before 1905, majority of them, they did their Nobel Prize winning work before 40. But by 2000, most of them cited their age after 40. The entire field of quantum mechanics was predominantly a young man's game, which meant that as late as 1934, more than three-quarters of physics prize were done by people under 40. But the more mature researchers have steadily dashed their catch since then, have steadily increased, I think, increased their catch since then. Means earlier, younger people used to achieve a lot, but after that, mature researchers have increased their catch, means they are achieving a lot more. Means mature researchers means bit old people or old researchers, more than 40. That's what it is. I don't really need to, read ahead. But that's it. Now we have got summarized spoken text.
On the 27th of April 2020, China's Ministry of Housing and Urban Rural Development issued a notice that introduced measures to, in its own words, further strengthen the management of urban and architectural features. The document, which we've translated from its original Chinese, restricts the blind planning and construction of super high-rise skyscrapers and states that new buildings over 500 metres in height are not allowed to be built. The notice also heavily restricts the construction of any buildings over 250 metres in height, except where absolutely necessary, and where permission is granted, those towers will be subject to intense reviews by the firefighting, earthquake and energy saving authorities. In addition, local governments are now required to tighten the approval process for towers taller than 100 metres, protect natural areas and historic buildings, and appoint chief architects to ensure that any new architecture better represents Chinese culture. The policy also bans plagiarized or copycat architecture, a controversial and head-turning trend which has seen a number of the world's most famous buildings replicated across China in recent years.
I've got a few keywords. I have not got a lot of keywords. We will be using the template over here as well. This is the template which we have. Let me copy the template. The main focus of the lecture was buildings in China. The first crucial aspect revealed in the discourse was the notice by the Ministry of Housing. It's name of a department, right? So it should be capitalized. Ministry of Housing in China regarding the different structures we can write regarding the different structures and skyscrapers. I'm not sure what the spelling is. If you're not sure about any spelling, don't write it, right? Different structures and architecture we can write. Architecture. Furthermore, another significant point mentioned in the lecture was regarding the new buildings that were not allowed. Additionally, the lecture also exhibited important information about the permission needed for buildings over 250 meters. In conclusion, the lecture. Now, I'm going a bit more than the word limit, so I'll just take off this sentence, right? I won't write this one. We can combine these two sentences. Furthermore, another significant point mentioned in the lecture was regarding. And in conclusion, the lecture suggested that is done to protect the natural environment. Now we have to take off a few words because we can write maximum of 70 words. The first crucial aspect revealed was, we can just take this off, was the notice by the Ministry of Housing in China regarding different structures and architecture. Furthermore, another significant point in the lecture was regarding the new buildings that were not allowed. We need to have a comma before and if the phrase before and after and are not connected. So regarding the new buildings that were not allowed and the permission needed for buildings over 250 meters. In conclusion, the lecture suggested that this was done or is done to protect the natural environment. See, I've got a lot more keywords, but obviously you cannot write or accommodate each and everything within 70 words. So try to accommodate or include as many keywords you can, but in case you miss out on few keywords, it's all good, I guess. Now you only have 3 minutes left. Let's proofread properly so that we don't have any spelling mistakes. It's fine to write few keywords less, but there shouldn't be any spelling mistakes. Spelling mistakes are very important here. I've taken few words off just to have some space for more keywords. If you can easily do so, and if you're confident about your grammar, go for it. The focus of the lecture was the buildings in China. The first crucial aspect revealed the notice. Now you might be thinking this is grammatically incorrect, but I'm writing it this way. The first crucial aspect revealed the notice by the Ministry of Housing in China regarding the different structures and architecture. Furthermore, another significant point was regarding the new buildings that were not allowed and the permission needed for buildings over 250 meters. In conclusion, the lecture suggested that this was done to protect the natural environment and Chinese culture. I think we are good. Let's move on. You have to get ready for listening, fill in the blanks. Yep, we only have one summarized spoken text.
The United States and South Korea announced late Saturday the two countries will end annual large-scale joint military exercises as part of diplomatic efforts to achieve complete denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. In a statement, the Pentagon said Acting Secretary of Defense Patrick Shanahan and South Korea's Minister of National Defense, in a phone call Saturday, decided to end the Key Resolve and Full Eagle series of exercises. The decision comes 3 days after a summit between U.S. President Donald Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un in Vietnam that ended without an agreement to resolve the North Korean nuclear crisis. Seoul's defense ministry released a similar statement, according to the Associated Press.
Annual large-scale joint as a part of diplomatic Saturday decided. Make sure you don't give any space after the word, right? After a summit, right? An agreement. Type quickly, proofread and move on. Annual spellings are correct, right? Annual diplomatic decided summit agreement. Okay, let's move on.
Spanish police say they've identified the driver of the van that mowed down crowds walking along Barcelona's main tourist street last Thursday, killing 13 people. They haven't named him, but he's understood to be 𝗖𝗍𝘀𝘀𝗀, a 22-year-old born in Morocco. Police say he may have fled the country. A South African court has given permission for an online auction of rhino horns, despite a global trade ban. The authorities had tried to stop the 3-day auction. There's a great demand for rhino horns in Vietnam and China, where they're used in traditional medicines. The South African government has confirmed that it granted diplomatic immunity to Zimbabwe's First Lady, Grace Mugabe, enabling her to return home despite being accused of assaulting a model in Johannesburg. The government said it was imperative to maintain good relations with Zimbabwe.
Bit difficult, I guess. They have identified. He may have fled, has given permission or information. Either permission or information. I think permission, they will give permission, court will give permission, not information, right? Permission is with double S or single S? Permission. Permission. I think double S. Government has accused. No. Confirmed here. Confirmed. Make sure you don't mess this up. Don't mess the order. Write it neatly and clearly. Identified, fled, permission, confirmed, accused, maintained. I think it's all good. Let's move on. Right from dictation we have.
This thesis explores how a computer could facilitate emotional support.
Explores how a computer can facilitate emotional support. This thesis explores or explore, I'm not sure, I'll write both the words. I think it's okay. Facilitate, huh? You can add extra words, you won't be marked down for that. This thesis explores how a computer can facilitate emotional support. So let's move on.
The museum is privately funded by a group of retired people.
The museum is privately funded. Museum is privately funded by a group of this name. The museum is privately funded by a group of retired people. Museum spellings MESEUM, right? MESEUME. Museum, museum, ME. I'll write both the words MUSEUM. The museum is privately funded by a group of retired people. The museum. I think this one's correct, right? Museum is privately funded by a group of retired people. That's it. Let's move on.
Working hard is not necessarily the norm in this university.
Working hard is not necessarily a norm in this university. Or necessary is single C, right? NECESSA. We will write both the words. If you're not really sure, university spellings are incorrect. Very important you proofread, right? Working hard is not necessarily a norm in this university. Working hard is not necessarily a norm in this university. I think this is it. Let's submit it. Let's see how we go. So that's it. Mock test is done. The result will be out soon. Let me check if it's out or not yet. The result is not out yet. I think it will take couple of minutes for the result to be out. Once you take the mock test, your result will be here in the mock test section, in the result section. but we can still see how we did here. So now this one's the old one, I guess. This one's the old one. You can see your performance here in daily feedback, but most of you will get the results in 3 to 4 minutes. So summarized written text, we have got 100% from today's 13 questions we have attempted. Essay 93%. I think we had a few spelling mistakes. Reading, writing blanks. Thank God everything was right. Summarized spoken text was right. Listening, fill in the blanks. I think one spelling mistake. Which one was it? Maybe permission or something I went wrong with, or accused I got wrong with. And right from dictation is 93%, which I believe I missed out one word, I guess, 1 or 2 words maximum. But overall, I would have, if once the result is out, I'll share it with you guys as well. But I think I would have scored 85, 86 because reading, writing blanks are perfect, summarized written text is perfect, and everything is way beyond 90%. And if everything or the overall accuracy is more than 90%, nothing to worry about. I really want all of you to take this extensive mock test. One free extensive mock test for writing is available on the website. You just go on languageacademy.com.au, register, take the mock test. This will give you a clear idea of what mistakes you're actually making and why you're not really getting the scores in the writing module. Because when you just practice summary and essay, those two tasks are going to contribute only 20-25% in your scores. We need to look at the bigger picture, and we need to look at all the tasks which contribute to the writing module, right? What do we get from this video? Summary and essay are important. Essay, you have to use the template I have given you. Summarize written text, you have to just select 2 to 3 sentences, join using connectors. Reading, writing blanks, you have to understand the passage, read the passage and see how you go, but don't waste your time. Summarize spoken text, you will have a lot of keywords, but you'll not be able to write each and everything because you have a word limit. So just select the ones you're sure about spellings, use those keywords, use the template. You can alter the template a bit just to accommodate more keywords, but focus on spellings. Listening blanks, focus on spellings, and write from dictation. Wherever you have doubt, add extra words and you will be 100% fine. I hope the video was helpful, and if it was, do like, share and subscribe. If you want me to cover any other topics, let me know in the comment section. To practice, go on languageacademy.com.au, register. You can take one free full scored mock test with scorecard, with feedback, with everything, or you can take this extensive mock test as well. One mock test is available for free. Take it, see how you go, where you stand, and what are the things you need to work on. Will definitely help you crack your PT without wasting time and money. If you need any help, we have got our branches in India, in Australia, and in Nepal as well. These are the locations. These are the phone numbers. We do provide online classes all over the world. We have got thousands of students who have got the desired scores without wasting their time and money. And if you want to be one, just send us a message, visit our website, just contact us, and we'll give 100% to help you out as well. That's it. If you don't have access to computer, you can download PTE Exam Practice app, available on the App Store, both Android and iOS. Now go on languageacademy.com.au, register and start practicing. And if you ever get your desired scores watching my videos, do let me know. That is something I work for, and that is something which will keep me going on. That's it. I took your time. Sorry about that. Now go practice, nail the test. Don't waste your time and money. Varun from Language Academy. I'll see you in the next video.
I have scored 73 in my PTE in only 10 days.
I achieved my desired score just in 20 days.
My desired score.
Desired PT score.
Desired
Desired score.
score.
Desired score.
Desired score.
Desired score.
मैं डिजायर स्कोर लैंग्वेज एकेडमी तो अचीव किया है।